got drunk, and he was in that show, that movie, The Wrestler. That was his big comeback film. Yeah, did you see that? Anyway, Mickey Rourke is an actor that was very respected. What's that guy? The guy that's always drunk? Is it Tom Sizemore? Is that his name? I don't know. But he's one of those guys that's sort of like widely accepted as being a really good actor, but just got too hopped up on goofballs and got a bunch of really bad plastic surgery. But I had to interview Mickey Rourke, and it was a video interview, so there's actually footage of this floating around the interwebs somewhere. But I had to interview Mickey Rourke, and it was one of the most unsettling things in my life. He stroked my hair, and he was like, "Oh, God, you've got great hair. I wish I had your hair." I was like, this is sort of like Hannibal Lecter-y. Like, I get the impression that I was like, at first I was like, Mickey Rourke is stroking my hair. I don't know how I feel about that. Is he saying that he would enjoy spending a little quality romantic time with me? If that's true, then I'm flattered, but not interested, because I do not appreciate gentlemen in that capacity. And I was like, is he hitting on me? I was like, no, I think he just is jealous of my hair, because I noticed that like he'd had a lot of work done, and I think he'd had some fake hair installed or something like that, and he was like looking at mine going, wow, I wish I had this, to the point where I felt like we might have been sort of like a second and a half away of him whipping out a Bowie knife and scalping me and being like, this is mine now. Yeah. What else?
Ray Rice is appealing his indefinite suspension from the NFL.
Yeah. He's actually come up with a pretty fair plan. In exchange for ending his suspension, Rice will agree to be disciplined by Adrien Peterson, who we'll talk about a little later on in the show. What else?
An Australian man died while competing in an Ironman triathlon.
An Irony Man triathlon. Count this as reason number 43,678 that I'm once again thankful for my steadfast policy of doing everything possible to avoid exercise. That's where it gets you. Go on.
I'm just saving my exercise for a later date, that's all.
Do you exercise?
No.
Not even a little bit?
No, not even a little bit. Sometimes I walk, but, most of the time I drive. So, no.
No, it's a little. What about the Funkhouser lady friend? Is she all sort of like fitnessy?
Nope.
Really?
That's why it works, I think. Because
I think that
lazy.
She does. She takes in no exercise.
Well, depends on what you count exercise. But I mean, no, we're not.
Oh my God! It's moments like that I realize that I'm essentially doing radio with David Spade's kid brother. Oh, that was very good. So, no, neither of you exercise even a little bit? You don't even have a cursory attempt at, like, today, let's try a yoga class, sweetheart? Like, nothing of that nature?
No, I mean, we have yoga mats, but, they were used, like, once, I think.
Good job. You're doing your thing, and we are all proud of you. What else is going on in the world?
An international gathering of world leaders vowing to fight ISIS gathered in Paris.
The result? France surrendered. Did you see that thing
Don't
where
they always surrender? They're
it's that French military training. One smooth motion, guns down, arms up. What else?
The UN General Assembly meets today.
Once again, this year's theme, hey China, how's about a little something something? Go on.
Someday we'll get our tickets to the UN General Assembly.
No, I don't think we will. I foresee many great things in our future, thanks to off of the back of this little radio broadcast that you and I enjoy doing so much. But an invite to the UN General Assembly is not one of them. I will make you a bet right now that Funkhouser and AD will never be invited to the UN General Assembly. You might be, but it won't be because of me.
Well, scientists think they can collect useful microbiotic drugs from a woman's genitalia.
So now when your wife catches you cheating, you can just tell her that you're harvesting microbes. It's for the greater good. For science, sweetie, science. What else?
Yesterday was Prince Harry's birthday. And Tommy Lee's birthday.
Oh. Yeah, Prince Harry is, now he's, I think, 30. He's inheriting Princess Diana's gazillions. he got his big inheritance. But yeah, he shares Tommy Lee's birthday. Prince Harry and Tommy Lee, they're very different, though. One's been caught on camera wielding his gigantic polo mallet. The other one is Prince Harry. See, you knew where it was going, but it was still kind of amusing.
Hey, what would you do if you all had all that Prince Harry money?
If I had all that
what's
Prince
the
Harry
first
money,
thing you'd do?
Buy Tommy Lee's junk. If I had all that Prince Harry money, I don't know. I would probably stash it in a safe place until I could figure out. It's really, really a not very inventive thing to say, but I would stash it in a safe place till I could figure out what to do with it that suited it. What would you do if you got Prince Harry money?
Well, I think I'd buy an airplane. No, probably the same thing.
He's probably already got one, governor. I don't know. Like, people say, would you quit your job? And there's so many pious, humble people that, no, I wouldn't quit my job. I'd just continue doing what I'm doing. And I would be out of here like you wouldn't believe. You would see an AD-shaped hole in the door as I left this studio like a man making a jailbreak. You would never hear from me again.
Enjoy AD on the go. iHeartRadio presents AD.
Thank you to the people contributing to the show via Twitter. The real Sherry Dawn says, I predict Rosie and Whoopi will be a train wreck on The View. Yep, I'll watch. Of course, you can't look away. Jeff in Utah has gone on the record saying that if he managed to inherit the amount of cash that Prince Harry got when he was 30, he said, with that kind of cash, I'd buy a jet and join the Mile High Club in style like Funkhouser. Your legend precedes you. For those that don't know, Funkhouser spent a good portion of his career and professional life working with members of the adult entertainment community, and it was through that experience of working with the adult entertainment community that he found himself on a private jet once. And I remember we were talking about this on the show a little while back, and this is what first clued me into the fact that Funkhouser is crap at telling stories. Like, he's got the most interesting life out of all of us, but you have to poke him to get to anything good, because I was like, Funkhouser, have you ever joined the Mile High Club, ever done anything on a plane? He was like, yeah, no, haven't. 5 minutes later, he's like, oh, wait, I forgot. I did have sex with a porn star on a private jet once.
You forget things like that.
Yeah, sure.
Well, I do. You don't.
Well, I mean, when your life is just one sort of like constant blur of awesome, little things like that, I guess, fade into obscurity next to all the other awesome things you have stacked next to it, the way Funkhouser does. But, yeah.
Producer Live, what's up?
YOLO. But if that happened to the rest of us, we would remember it. In fact, that would be a story we trotted out on a regular basis. Nice weather we're having. It is nice weather we're having. It kind of reminds me of the day that I got on a private jet and wound up having sex with a porn star in the bathroom. Like, I would find every single possible way to work the conversation back around to the fact that I joined the Mile High Club with a porn star. Well, in a porn star, too, in a private jet. Speaking of things that get you itchy burning sensations in were you protected when you went and did that? Did you
always? You got to be protected always.
It just goes to show you went onto a private jet with your stash of prophylactics, knowing that, hey, I'm Funkhouser. This is a private jet. There are porn stars. Chances are something's gonna happen.
You never know. You always have the in case of emergency break glass situation going on, and not anymore for me. But
I don't. Me getting ready for a flight is going, is my phone charged? Do I have chewing gum so my ears don't pop on the way down? Okay, good. I'm set. Maybe I'll have this, maybe I'll get this new cell phone app that'll help me sleep through the flight or something incredibly mundane like that. Funkhouser's like prophylactics in case any porn stars want to hop on my junk in the bathroom at 30,000 feet. Check. Yesterday we were talking about different combinations of venereal diseases that we could trace back to the Kardashians. Like, I think the initial thing was the concept of AIDS, herpes and AIDS, and it was expanded to Hadesitis. Jacob, who listens to this show, who listens to the show, said that when you're getting the microbiotics from a woman's lady parts that can lead to medicinal advances, you're harvesting syphagona herpes. I like that. Shall we finish up the news?
Okay, fine. Well, let's see, where was I? One of the finalists for the location of Barack Obama's presidential library is his birthplace.
Oh, yeah, they're going to have a Barack Obama presidential library. I don't know. They're expecting the average America. Sorry, I was just thinking about syphagona herpes. Yeah, one of the finalists for the location of Barack Obama's presidential library is his birthplace. Here's the thing I think is a little unfair, because if they're expecting the average American to spring for a trip to Kenya to visit it, they're out of their minds. See what I did there? Donald Trump, you and me, buddies. Smallest presidential library yet. Just one copy of the Quran, one copy of the Communist Manifesto. I don't actually think that. Football and politics are sort of the same thing to me. Like, both of them are interesting, but really what I enjoy is the surrounding trash talk. That's a lot more fun. What else?
A guy dressed as Batman got into a fight with a guy dressed as Spider-Man in Times Square.
I wonder who won. I don't know. Let's be honest. In this particular situation, there isn't a winner. What else?
The winner is World Star.
Yeah. What else?
Apple reported that they've got 4 million iPhone orders on the first day.
Yeah, they also got 4 million people complaining they have no interest in a free U2 album. A lot of people were just like, hey, didn't Jay-Z do this with the Samsung phone? Like, is it because they're white? Is this a race thing? No. With Jay-Z, you had to be one of the first people to, I think it was the first million people got the option of downloading it. You had to opt in like 3 times to get the Jay-Z album. It's not like the same situation at all where Apple's like, hey, here's a U2 album to go with your new iPhone and your pumpkin spice latte. Congratulations on being white. No, people didn't have a choice in the matter. They had precious hard drive space taken up by a free U2 album, whether they wanted it or not.
And all the kids are going, what is a U2? And how do I get it off my phone?
What is I think Apple had to create a new app or some sort of tool to remove the U2 album from iPhones and iPods and things like that. What else?
A new study shows comfort foods don't actually make you feel better.
Interesting, replied the American public as they polish off their 7th box of mac and cheese and promptly burst into tears. So, it's still hot in Los Angeles, where Funkhouser is, in the middle of an intense heat wave. And for that reason, what did you say it was when you woke up this morning?
This morning, I watched it go from 80 to 86 in like an hour.
80 to,
and that was like 7.
Yeah. 7 in the morning. Didn't it get up to like 92 or something?
Yeah, overnight it was super hot, like 92.
Yeah, people in the dirty South don't really care about that because that's child's play to them. They tell you, child's play. Also, they're used to the humidity. You get to places like Texas, Louisiana, the Gulf Coast region, like just parts of you sticking to other parts of you are par for the course. We're going to talk about how this heat wave is impacting the residents of Los Angeles with the top signs that it's too hot in L.A. Like, thousands of Mexicans crossing back into Mexico.
You walk these streets most every day.